Hello, welcome back to the Super Cello channel. This time we're back with another chapter of Dragon Ball Super, chapter 82. Seeing as I'm gonna have to just recap everything I just read real quick because technical issues, I'll just do exactly that, okay? This chapter started off with Goku warping between planets, like jumping from one spot to the other to keep gas on his toes, right? Like, okay, interact like 2-3 blows, and then boom, jump to the next planet, hit him a little bit of time, boom, jump to the next planet again, you know, and he actually gets further and further away from Planet Cereal, where, you know, Granola and Vegeta are right now. So the point behind that was Goku's plan was to buy time, right? To like get gas away from them so that Mutaito would have time to heal Granola. Not sure what that would even, you know, amount to, seeing as we already gave like Granola the Senzu Bean. He was at 100% and he got absolutely wrecked. So not sure what the plan is here, but you know. But last chapter we left off, and then Goku was basically where Jocko was, on some random planet in a marketplace, right? And I said last time, I was like, why would Goku do this? Like, dude, you can't just drop him there, you know, gas, and then just jump to another planet, and then we're like, hey, yo, bye, see you later. I'm like, he might just get pissed off and wreck a bunch of innocent people. Like, that's not a good idea, but the plan was to just keep jumping, so I guess that's my beat. It doesn't matter. So the beginning, you see this, he just keeps jumping ahead and like interacting maybe 3-4 blows, and boom, jumping again. And we see a bunch of old familiar people. Like at some point he jumps to a place where it kind of looks like the announcer guy for the Universe 6 versus Universe 7 tournament. You know, basically the referee, I guess. And again, they just interact 2-3 blows, jumps to the next planet, and then at some point they see, what's his name again? Monaka? You know, the little red, like, bald red dude in the Universe 6 versus Universe 7 tournament where he was supposed to be the strongest guy, but he's literally a delivery guy. For some reason, he's a trash man now, because apparently he just does every job and just straight up dumps a whole truckload of, well, let's call it mud on gas, because why not? Humor! Haha! Okay, and again, Goku is basically just messing with him. He's all like, yo, you want to wash up? You know, I mean, hey, I'll wait. I mean, I got time, bro. Like, dude, go wash yourself. And obviously that triggers gas, and he just fights him again, and then he jumps to another location. They get to the galactic prison, where you see a bunch of people from the previous arc, you know, with the... I don't even know their names, to be honest with you. I don't know a single person's name from the prisoners and all that, but you see that, I know the panda dude. That's the only one that looked familiar, right? And they, like, try to get gas to free them, like, hey, I see you're fighting Goku. We also kind of hate him, so we can help you. And he's like, yeah, no, bro. The fuck? I don't need y'all help, you pathetic peasants. You ain't shit. Leave me the fuck alone. And I agree, honestly, because I'm like, dude, y'all not even close to this level. Don't even try it. And they get into this hilarious thing where, like, all those prisoners, for some reason, they know gas. And they're like, oh, yeah, remember him? He's that little kid who pissed his pants. I'm like, what is going on right now, bro? It's like, dude, they were all, like, going in on him, like, burn after burn after burn. And he, at some point, I was like, oh, they're just messing with him. But Gas, at one point, admits to it. He's all like, it was only a few drops because I had to hold it in for a very long time. I'm all like, dude, you did not just admit to pissing your pants in the middle of this fight. I mean, at that point, all the tension was just gone. You know what I mean? It's like, of course not. No, I can't take it serious anymore after that. It's like... but it doesn't matter, you know, you have that little comedy piece, I guess, and then, surprise, surprise, he just jumps to the next location, and for some reason, Goku notices, like, Whis on a different planet, which brings up a question, like, how does Goku even detect Whis' power? Because isn't that the whole point, like, angels and gods, that you don't detect their power, although... Maybe because he is a god himself now he can, but also, the fact that Whis was even around makes no sense to me, right? Because Beerus wasn't with him, mind you, okay? It was just Whis with that little oracle fish on the top of a giant camel or something eating an ice cream, for a lack of a better term, because I don't know what it is and I don't want to know, honestly, but whatever. You know, and Goku's all like, yo, can you, like, keep him busy or something? Like, I gotta go. And then he backs up all the other spots. So he jumped around like 5-6 times at this point, right? But he needed 1 point to be able to jump to the next point, to jump to the next point, and so on, right? So he can't just jump from A to B. Like, he needs to, like, has all these side steps before you can get there. So he drops gas with Whis, and then quickly, continuously jumps back so that it's impossible for Gas to jump to Goku's location. Because the only person that could make those side jumps was Goku, because he knew people from every point, well, I guess every planet he jumped to, that you saw a little Easter egg, I guess you could say, like all characters from the past. So Goku could zoom in on their power levels, but that's something Gas can't do. Also, the point that they're making that Gas can't actually control the technique as well as Goku can, but we went through that last month, right? So it was a genius move, honestly, because it's like, of course, that way you're so far away with absolutely no sense of direction anymore to where to go back to, that that'll buy you a lot of time. Honestly, it surprised me a lot when he just asked Whis, like, yo, dude, what direction is Planet Cereal? And Whis just points, like, it's about that way. And he just powers up and just flies in outer space and just goes straight there. I'm like, yeah, we know that Whis is telling the truth, because, dude, angels and God of Destructions, they're not gonna meddle in these pathetic little squabbles. He doesn't give a fuck. He's not about to keep Gas busy because Goku asked him to. Like, no, fuck you, man. Like, no, that's beneath him. And honestly, I agree. But Gas doesn't know. You know what I mean? It's like, for all you know, Whis doesn't even know what he's talking about. What if he pointed in the wrong direction and then he just blasts off into space and just goes in the wrong direction? You blindly believe what a guy told you just because he's an angel. You just assume. I mean, I don't know, man. I'm just saying, like, I sure shit will be a lot more skeptic than that, but I guess that's me. I don't know. But anyways, at some point, you know, Gas is there and he's flying back to Planet Cereal. It's gonna take him a while, right? But then Goku reaches Planet Cereal, and then obviously the other heaters are all like, well, fuck, we can't really fight and him and Granola, although technically he's still down. Vegeta's still there, and he's also kind of down. But, like, they don't have a lot of faith that they'll be able to stop Goku, so they're all like, ah, shit. Which makes sense. And then they escape, right? Real genius move, by the way. Like, the place that they escape to is literally Mutaito's house. I'm like, isn't that the only location and the first location that they would come looking for you the moment Gas returns to Planet Cereal? Because at some point they straight up say, like, it's gonna take him about 20 minutes to get there. I'm like, well, that's stupidly fast, mind you. Also, Whis tells Goku, like, it's about 20 of your Earth minutes, right? And then Mutaito goes all like, oh, that's not enough time. I'm like, bitch, how do you know what 20 minutes on Earth is, bro? Like, you've never been there. You don't know how long that is. But I'm like, let's not get into that. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The only thing that matters in this chapter is what happened after that, right? And that's when they actually get to fucking Mutaito's house. And then for some reason, he, like, saved the scouter from Bardock from 40 years ago. He still has it. And apparently he, like, gives it to Goku as his inheritance or some shit. Like, oh yeah, this is yours by right now. And then Vegeta is the only one that can actually, like, knows how it works and shit. So he's all like, yeah, let me check it out. And he's like, oh, it's actually broken, but there's an audio file for you, or at least an audio file that's saved, right? And then that little robot that's with Granola, I'm not sure what his name was. It's something to do with cereal, Granola, and then something, I don't remember. Anyways, it's that little robot dude now. It doesn't really matter, right? And then he fixes it, and then he plays the audio through his own system on some R2-D2 type shit, right? And then you actually hear Bardock fighting Gas and telling Mutaito, like, yo, you two run away. You need to stay alive. And those words, stay alive, triggers Goku, like, oh shit, remember, that's what they said, like his parents, both of them, told him, like, Kakarot, stay alive, you know, when they basically looked through the fucking spaceship thingy, the thing you see in the Broly movie, you know, the Dragon Ball Minus also did it, like, okay, Kakarot, go to Earth, stay alive, and then, yeah, we know what happened, but for some reason, that's it, right, that's what triggered Goku, and that's what awakened his Saiyan memories, or some bullshit like that, right, and, like, 2 panels before that, of course, Goku is talking to Whis like, yo, listen, so I trained and all that, but I'm still having a lot of trouble doing this Ultra Instinct thing. Like, how do I do this? And Whis explains to him, like, yeah, listen, you need to develop your own version of Ultra Instinct, and although I like that idea, like, there's not a one general form or one general idea behind Ultra Instinct, but more one suited for every person's specific qualities, I guess. And Whis' point was literally, yeah, you need to be in tune with your true self, basically. Like, you need to know who you really are. And then literally 2 pages after that, he's all like, oh, shit, listening to Bardock's little audio file, and now it triggered his memories, and guess what? I mean, they don't say it yet, but of course it's beyond obvious. It's like, oh shit, boom, triggered your Saiyan memory, you're now, I don't know, back in tune with your true self, and guess, I'm calling it right now, that's it. That's literally the miracle thing I told you that was, like, that I keep telling you for the last, I don't know, 5-6 chapters that I'm saying that they'll need to win this fight, because it has to be a miracle bullshit at this point. It's just gonna be that. It's just gonna be Goku in tune with himself, and then, like, I've awakened Ultra Instinct. Again, for like the 7th time in a row, because they keep letting him master it, and then training to know it even better, I guess, and then somehow the arc after that, he doesn't know it anymore, because plot, I guess. I don't know. It's dumb. It's kind of weird. I get why they're doing it, but it's kind of stupid. Like, you're repeating the same thing over and over and over and over again, bro. It's like, but anyway, so that's pretty much it. You know, he listens to that. Goku gets his awakening moment. It's kind of a, I mean, I'm probably showing it right here anyway, right? It's like, it's a real intense panel. Like, oh my god, it like triggered on some Death Note light, getting his memories back after touching the Death Note. I'm like, yeah, like, okay, cool. That happened, and then funny enough, they jump to the title screen. It's all like, oh, now the chapter begins, like Bardock versus Gas. I'm like, what's happening right now? And then you see him fighting him, like the super midget version of Gas, because it's weird to see him so small now again. And then he repeats the lines that you heard on the audio file, and when he tells Mutaito, like, yo, you guys need to run, guys need to stay alive. And that literally ends the chapter. And I'm like, what just happened? What? That's not an ending. What kind of weird ending is that? That's some bullshit ending. I'm like, what the fuck? I would have loved it to, like, if they showed that particular thing, that fight between Gas and Bardock at the beginning, where you would hear him say that, right? The staying alive. And then you would jump back to Goku fighting Gas, and then build up the chapter like that. And then you hear it again at the end of the chapter where they're listening to that audio file, and it's all like, you need to stay alive, and then that triggered Goku, and then you end it there. Then it would be like a what the fuck moment, you know, suspense shit, like, what's going on? I don't even know. But I don't know, maybe that's they choose to do it like this. It's a little weird to me personally. But then again, I'm not a big publisher of this stuff, so I don't know. Anyways, thanks for watching. By all means, you know, hit like if you liked the video, subscribe if you haven't so already. Don't forget to hit the notification bell, because otherwise you won't even know when my next video comes up. Although it's been like about a week and a half now, so apologies for that, I guess. And I'll see you next time, you know, whenever that'll be, about whatever it'll be about, because I don't know. But I'll be back on this channel, and I hope to see you there. Bye-bye.